Where you at, Berto?
Today we're reacting to Bonnets Are for the House, Not the Streets. Been a few days since we reacted to our good friend Sandra Faye. You guys know she be going a little bit hard, but there is some truth to what she be saying. Sometimes you gotta listen to the messenger and not so much the tone of the messenger. I bet you haven't heard that one before. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Let's get right into the video, man. Where you at, family? Let's see what she's talking about.
Hey.
Let's normalize wearing our bonnets in public.
Let's normalize wearing our bonnets. I guess that's supposed to say in public without it being seen as ratchet and ghetto.
She's just she set herself up for failure misspelling that one, huh?
How about we not? Let's be so for real here. First of all, this does not go with your outfit. Let's start there. I don't care if you threw on the matching orange earrings. This don't look right. It's tacky. So let's not even get into the fact that it's ratchet and ghetto. It just, on a fashion level, don't look right. You are literally going into a sit-down restaurant. Now, we're not going to have a conversation, oh, well, Outback Steakhouse isn't that big. I don't care. It could be McDonald's for all I care. Why are you going to a restaurant with your bonnet on your head?
So, you know, my female supporters, y'all let me know how you genuinely feel about this, because I have mixed feelings, you know. I get where she's coming from, and I am a firm believer that when you walk outside of your house, you should be presentable, even if it's on some chill shit. Even if you're not, you know, getting ready for a fashion show, fine. Every time we step outside the house, we shouldn't feel like, you know, we're getting put on for a job interview, right? But, you know, like, I think the way you carry yourself is a reflection of, you know, your self-confidence and your self-worth. And, you know, some people feel as if they just don't need to try because who are they trying to impress? If you actually are so confident, why are you trying to impress anybody? And I just don't think it's about that, you know? I'll give you guys a quick little story. One of my close friends' little brother, you know, he came out to hang out with us one time out here in Houston. And he's kind of a rebellious kid. You know, I've known him my entire life, so I feel like I have reins to talk about this, even though it's not my brother, but he's like a brother to me. I watched him grow up, and, you know, we took him out to the movie theater. We took him to a really nice movie theater that had one of those, like, restaurants inside the theater that bring food to your table or whatever while you're watching the movie. So it was just a great experience. And after the movie, we actually sat down at the bar in that theater. It was a really nice theater. And we were just grabbing some more snacks or whatever, right? Just to kick it and talk shit. And in the middle of the situation, bruh took off his shirt and was just wearing his tank top. And I looked at him and I'm like, hey, bro, put your shirt back on. What are you doing? And he's like, why? It's hot in here. I want to take my shirt off. And I'm like, bro, I feel you. I understand, brother. But, you know, time and place. Like, we're in public setting. Like, you're wearing a tank top. Like, just put your shirt back on. He's like, why? What's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anybody thinks about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable, so it's not bothering anybody. I'm not hurting anybody. And I'm like, that's not what it's about. And, you know, he was really arguing with me about it's my body, I could do whatever I want, and and mind you, honestly, I feel like he's being a little immature for his age, probably like 16 at the time, so it's just like, damn, at 16 you're still acting like that, but it doesn't matter. You know, was really defending this whole, like, I can do what I want if I'm comfortable type of thing. And I genuinely was giving him pushback, trying to teach him a lesson, like, bro, like, I don't care. Like she said, I don't care if we were in McDonald's. You don't show up to certain places looking like that. Like, that's just not a good representation of yourself. Like, it's not about that you're insecure or whatever, but what if the president of the United States walked in and was like, I want to hire you to do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know who you can run into anywhere. And you're just wearing a tank top, you know, it's got a little bit of a dirt stain under your shit, looking a hot mess, just because you don't care about what anybody thinks about you. It's like, you should care. And that's the big thing, you know. Anybody that's saying that they don't care, I almost view that as a level of insecurity. Like, you should care about how you present yourself. You should care about, you know, how people are viewing you when you're walking around, because that's a representation of you. That's a representation of the people that raised you, the representation of, you know, just what you represent as a person. Like, come on, man. And I don't know about y'all, but I want to represent greatness.
Let's just think about this for a second. What is a bonnet for? It's literally for you to sleep in, okay? It's for you to sleep in. And now if you're walking around your house in a bonnet, I can understand that too, right? That's your house. You're at home. Even filming Get Ready With Me's, because guess what? You're getting ready, not leaving the house. You're getting ready. It makes sense. It fits the aesthetic. It fits where you're at. Sis, you're going to a sit-down restaurant wearing something that you're supposed to wear to sleep. First of all, that's nasty. Let's go there. It's nasty. Everything from the outside, you don't rest your head against the wood, and guess what? You're gonna put that on your pillow. All the outside, you're gonna put that on your pillow.
Oh, she's talking.
No wonder y'all, I mean, her skin looks pretty good. She might
She was ready to talk shit, but she's like, hold on, wait, no, her skin does look alright.
Filter on. But no wonder a lot of y'all skin be broke out. We are not about to normalize ratchet behavior. Regardless if you normalize it, it's still gonna be ratchet. We literally are fighting to be at the bottom. That's what this is. Sis, you could get the same effect wearing a head wrap. Your head would be protected, but you would still look presentable for the outside. Sis, if you got a brown head wrap or even a black head wrap and you just did the most simplest head wrap, you would look ready for the outside. You would look put together. But nah, I'm a fight the system. See, not every system needs to be fought. I'm sorry, I hate to be the one to tell y'all. Not every single system is meant to be fought. As Black people, we find ourselves always trying to go against the system because the system is oppressive and it's white supremacy. And I feel you, there are some things that are white supremacy, but this is not it. We are far removed from a lot of the white supremacy that was really a problem. We are far removed from it. This is self-imposed. And you know, some of these women, they'll get on here and they'll compare bonnets to the headscarves that women wear because of religious purposes. Look, they don't even look the same. You could...
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy and this guy. All people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
No, that's not fair. You know, religious purposes and just, you know, wanting to wear some shit over your head because you didn't want to take, you know, 5 minutes to get your hair right. I don't think that's fair. I mean, again, I'm gonna agree with her on this one, man. You know, I feel like I'm a guy. You know, I've had days where it's like, and I have hair on my head, so I've had days where it's like I don't feel like doing my hair, so you know, I just throw on a scully or a hat or some shit. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a female version of that. Is it the bonnet though? Ladies, I need to hear y'all feedback, man. You know, I'm not gonna say too much. I gave y'all my feedback on just what it's like walking out the house, but how do y'all genuinely feel about this?
You can tell when something is meant to be worn out the house by the way it looks. This don't look like it's meant to be outside the house. Someone's hijab or a head wrap does. It looks so different. We are not.
And it's connected to their religion. I mean, just that alone is enough for it to just kind of be like, let's draw the line right there.
Normalizing this. It is ghetto. It is ratchet. No matter how pleasant you are when you leave your house, it's still gonna look ratchet. And let's be so for real here. We get so upset when people perceive us a certain way. If you walk like a duck, if you quack like a duck, people are going to assume you're a duck, not a swan. They will perceive you as such. And honestly, you can't really say that you're not that if you behave like that. If you present yourself like that. Don't be mad when you put yourself in that box. And see, these same folks will get mad. They will get so mad if a white person were to point this out and be like, this isn't right. Y'all get so mad. You do it to yourself. I'm sorry. You do not have to walk out your house with a bonnet. The part that really gets me is this: hair care, not race. This is the only way you can care for your hair out in public, is to have it wrapped up in a bonnet. First of all, the reason why you wear a bonnet to bed is so that the cotton from the bed sheet, from the pillowcase, doesn't rip out your hair and dry out your hair. That's the reason why. What is your hair rubbing up against that it's going to get ripped out? You're not wearing a wool coat, in which case you would just wear a scarf. That's what everybody else does. They wear scarves to protect scarves on their shoulders to protect their hair from a wool coat. What type of hair care are you getting by having your hair wrapped up the entire day? And I
think the reality is it's just a little bit of laziness, honestly.
Give y'all the secret sauce. Most of these bonnets are not even made from real silk. It's polyester. It's a bunch of plastic woven together. It's not doing the thing that you think it is. Y'all not out here getting real silk. So how exactly are you protecting your hair doing this? This isn't about hair care. This is about laziness. It don't take much to put your hair into a ponytail. It don't take much to put your hair into a nice little afro. But y'all hate yourselves so much.
Oh my God, this is where she starts to lose me, man. She starts going in. Talking about hate yourselves. I can't necessarily co-sign that. She said it, not me. I'm listening though.
Y'all hate so much your natural hair. Oh, the afro is not presentable. It's better than this. Way better. And I'm here to tell you, your afro is presentable.
Okay, you know what? I'm aligned with her because I like that. It's like at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love what you got. That's what God gave you. You handcrafted, my black queens. If that's what you got, then how is it not presentable? It has to be. God gave it to you. Wearing my bonnet in public because I'm black girl and I don't live for the public or really care if y'all stereotype me. See, and this is the argument that my friend's brother was trying to pretty much say, and it's like, I'm not co-signing that, bro. I'm not co-signing that. I don't like this type of mentality.
Now let me read for you what this says. Wearing my bonnet in public because I'm a black girl and I don't live for the public.
And see how even she added that, I'm a black girl. Like, what does that mean? Why did you have to add that? It has nothing to do with being black. That's just you. You don't live for the public and you don't care about being stereotyped. But you see how being a black girl, she's aligning with black girl with the stereotype. It's almost like I don't care about being viewed in a negative light as a black girl because it like I just don't like that verbiage because it makes it seem as if being a black girl is a negative thing.
Really care if y'all stereotype me. I call BS. I bet you this woman would be so up in arms if she saw those AI videos with AI acting like this, being like this in public. I bet you she would be so offended if a white woman got on here, put a bonnet on, and was mocking her. Be like, oh, it's racist. Oh, it's so racist.
It would be racist though.
Be mad at yourself. You're being racist against yourself by behaving like a stereotype. You don't care if people call you a stereotype? Well, you are a stereotype. You're stereotyping yourself. Nobody's doing that to you but you. Like I said, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, bitch, you a duck. Stop ducking accountability. Let's be so for real here. You saying you don't care, but you pulled out your camera to film? Yes, you do care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't pull out your camera to film. You don't live for the public. Sis, you have a whole TikTok. You do live for the public. If you post content on the internet, you live for the public. Stop playing with me. I don't live for the then why do you have social media? It's all cope. And stop associating your ratchet behavior with blackness.
See, that's what I noticed that too. I didn't like that.
Please stop. This has nothing to do with you being a black girl. It has everything to do with you not having class. It has everything to do with you being ghetto and ratchet. And what's crazy is she might not even be from the ghetto. She might not. I don't know her story, but I do know whatever's underneath that bonnet is way more presentable than having that bonnet on in the first place. Y'all wonder why folks have black fatigue, and this is the reason why. Because we go out into the world and present ourselves in a terrible fashion.
I wonder how Antonio Speaks would feel about this. Somebody send this to Antonio Speaks. I would love to see his reaction to this as well.
And then we demand that people accept us being terrible people. It don't work that way, sis, or son, or brother, or whoever the hell I'm talking to right now. It don't work that way. You want respect, you gotta be respectable. You can't show your ass and then demand that people treat you like a queen or a king. You want respect, you have to be respectable. Period.
Babies, we are better than this. We are better than wearing bonnets out in public, okay? It's giving, I don't care about myself. It's giving ghetto. We are better than this. Let's opt instead to wear a hat, okay? That's the most... Now you got me out here looking like Conehead, okay? By the time I get about this car and walk inside that store, that hat is going to be to the back.
Disingenuous. This is completely disingenuous. Ain't nobody tell you to grab the ugliest hat out of the bunch. This was done on purpose. This was done on purpose. Sis, you could literally just fluff out your afro and you would be presentable. Put a headband on. Wrap your head up in a scarf. There are so many ways we can manipulate our hair as Black women, and that is such a beautiful thing, such like a superpower. But we don't respect ourselves enough to even investigate it. Sis, there is so much you could do with your shorts hair that would look way better than that ugly ass hat and that ugly ass bonnet.
I don't think that hat could be hard with the right person, flipped it. Damn.
Disingenuous. You didn't put in effort to try to look better. Got the smallest hat that don't even fit your head. Stop being disingenuous to make an argument. You didn't even try. If you feel such a way about your natural hair, shave it off and walk out the house bald.
Shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm gonna leave a link to the rest of the video in the description, bro. But at the end of the day, for the most part, I would say I agree with her, bro. I'm not gonna necessarily circle in on the bonnets, but what I will say is leave your house feeling presentable. You know what I'm saying? That it doesn't mean you gotta be on a fashion show every time, put on your craziest best fit. There's a art to the chill swag. There's an art to, just popping out with some sweatpants and, like you just chilling, you're running some quick errands. I understand for sure, but there's definitely no reason why you shouldn't be able to hold a conversation with somebody that could potentially change your life and feel any level of like secondhand embarrassment because you didn't put yourself together and do your hair or brush your teeth or, just do the things that's like, hey, I am a person in society that can contribute to society and I have value in this world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should all be moving like that, period. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Genuinely want y'all feedback on this.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.